Your great houses feel boring, and I can probably tell why. You're missing the middle layer, the vassals. This is where empires actually crumble. And by the end of this video, you won't just build a hierarchy, you will build betrayal machines. Let's fix your politics. World builders create a flat hierarchy. King at the top and 5 great houses below. Done. But that is not how power works, and therefore your politics will feel empty. And there is another major problem. You're treating loyalty like a switch, on or off. Loyalty isn't simple, it is layered, it's conditional, and it always has a history. You haven't asked, why are they loyal? Politics of the great houses can be divided into 3 layers. Layer 1, the great houses. They want to expand influence, weaken rivals, control the throne, but they cannot attack each other directly. And therefore they use their vassals as proxies. Then there's layer 2, the vassal houses. And this is where the gold is. This layer is the fuel for your stories. Say a vassal house is sworn to Great House A, but maybe they're married into Great House B. Sometimes what their lord wants conflicts with what they want. And then we have layer 3, the individual lords. This layer is full of personal ambitions, secret alliances, personal grudges, you name it. And every layer affects the others. And I will come back to that shortly. Each great house has a reputation, a brand, so to speak. And this is what they are known for in your world. But do not be mistaken, their vassals have different reasons to be loyal to them. Let's build an example. House Stormcrown. The storm remembers. Honor. Or House Ironvolt. Gold breaks chains. Wealth and ruthlessness. House Drakemont. Fire bends all. Conquest. The brand sets expectations. Some vassals match the brand and some don't. And that is where betrayal lives. Because every vassal is loyal for one of 7 reasons. Here's one. Debt loyalty. 1,000 years ago, House Seaborn was exiled from the south. They had nothing. And House Stormcrown gave them the port city of Whitehaven. House Seaborn never forgot. The storm remembers. The strength of this loyalty is that it is incredibly strong if the debt is remembered across generations. But it starts breaking when they're thinking, we've repaid that debt 10 times over. When the current generation doesn't feel the weight anymore. Here are the other 6. Blood loyalty, intermarriage over generations. It survives defeat, and it breaks when blood is betrayed. There is fear loyalty. If we rebel, they'll destroy us. Works when the great house is strong. But it breaks the moment they show weakness. Then there is profit loyalty. Protect us, pay us, and we will serve you. It is transactional. It breaks when someone offers a better deal. Then there is ideological loyalty. We believe in the same cause. These are the true believers. But it breaks if you betray the cause. Then there's grudge loyalty. You killed our lord, and I will now follow your enemy. This one is a little dangerous. It breaks when you make peace. Then there is ambition loyalty. If I serve well, I will rise. This is the eager kind of loyalty. But it breaks when they realize they will never rise. Coming back to the 3 layers of house politics, it's actually a little more nuanced. The vassal layer can be divided in sub-layers. The vassal layer structure would look like this if we zoom in. Sub-layer 1. These are the major vassals. House Seaborn, House Blackwood, and House Ironwood. Then there's sub-layer 2. The sub-vassals. These are the lesser lords sworn to the major vassals. And then there's sub-layer 3. The landed knights, the smaller houses, maybe even just a tower or some farmland. When House Stormcrown calls the banners, they're essentially calling their vassals. But it would be boring if it was this simple, right? Of course there are problems with this. We're dealing with a loyalty chain here, and these chains can break at any point. Let's do an example. House Thornhill is a sub-vassal sworn to House Seaborn, who serves House Stormcrown. Let's use the want, obstacle, action, consequence cycle. If you don't know what it is, check out my website, thegrainbound.com. Anyway, the want is Thornhill wants to stay loyal to Seaborn. That's their oath. But Stormcrown calls for war against Ironvolt. And Lord Thornhill's wife is from an Ironvolt vassal house. His children are half Ironvolt. So Thornhill sends troops to Seaborn, but only half. The bare minimum. And he secretly warns his wife's family, and as a consequence, Seaborn notices, and Thornhill's forces arrive late to every battle, and Seaborn suspects betrayal. After the war, Seaborn strips Thornhill of half their lands as a punishment. And therefore now Thornhill resents Seaborn. The loyalty is broken. Next time Seaborn calls, Thornhill won't answer. The loyalty chain can break anywhere. And these alliances can be very fragile. Do you want step-by-step guides for this stuff? I send out a weekly newsletter. It's free. Links in the description. Anyway, these vassals do not only have relationships to their liege lord, but also with each other. And it's not all rainbows and sunshine over there. Vassals of the same great house might hate each other. Why? Border disputes, historical grudges, competition for favor, ideological differences, marriage gone wrong, you name it. Let's do one example. You're the great house in here. You have two powerful vassals who hate each other. You need both of them. You could force peace, but they might unite against you. You could pick a side, but now you've made an enemy. You could play them against each other, but one might seek help from your enemy, or you could ignore it. But the feud might escalate and drag you in. There's no good option. The great house knows their vassals have different motivations, but here's the trap. You cannot manage all of them perfectly at once. When crisis hits, you find out which loyalties hold and which ones break. They are sometimes forced into situations where they have to make the choices which result in worsened relations with their vassals. That said, there are 3 mistakes that kill vassal politics. Number 1 is assuming all vassals are loyal for the same reason. And number 2, making the brand match reality perfectly. So if all of them are honor loyal, for example, there's no tension. And 3, there's no generational shifts. Loyalty doesn't stay the same for 1,000 years. Loyalty decays. You can't just buy it once and forget about it. It requires constant, expensive maintenance. And that maintenance, it's the trap that bankrupts empires. I'm going to show you exactly how that loyalty tax works in the next video, because it deserves its own deep dive. For now, let's talk about how you apply this to your world. Here's how you actually do this. There's 7 steps. Stay with me. Step 1. Define your great house. What is their brand? Then, step 2. Create 5 to 7 major vassals. And for each, what is their primary loyalty type? And why? Step 3. Add sub-vassals. Give 2 to 3 of your major vassals their own vassals for now. And step 4. Create rival pairs. Which 2 vassals hate each other and why? Step 5. Add cross connections. Marriages, debts, spies, you name it. Step 6. Create a crisis. Great house calls for war, for example. Who answers? Who hesitates? Who betrays? And step 7. Follow the cascade. One betrayal triggers another. The web strains and some threads break. 7 steps and your politics are now alive and thriving. You're not building governments anymore, you are building conflict engines. I've given you the tools, go build something impossible to untangle. See you in the next video.